Hey, how you doing? Hope you're all well and having a good Sunday. So, just sat in my Dr. Evil chair, doing a bit of work, and thought, actually this would be a pretty good time to record a little video because I've been mulling something over in my head for a little bit, and I thought actually quite a good time to start talking about it a little bit and just clearing it up in my own head, but also just sharing my thoughts with you guys. So, there's two types of people, I think, anyway, and it's those who talk and those who do. And the doers, they just crack on and get it done, and the talkers are those who, they're kind of like your still people, right? So when you meet them, they're kind of like, oh yeah, so you say, how you doing, what you been up to? Oh, still doing that same shit, you know, oh, still doing this, still working on trying to become this, or still like boring. And then there's the doers who, they don't necessarily talk a hell of a lot, they just crack on and get stuff done. And all of a sudden you look at them and you're like, holy shit, when did this happen? Like, I didn't even know you were doing this. And it's just like, oh yeah, I just decided one day I was going to do it and cracked on and got it done. And then the reason I'm kind of talking about this now is because I was actually thinking about it, and there's so many people who, like I said, because I've been getting a lot more active on social media in terms of like my transformation, posting pictures, posting workout videos and stuff. If you don't follow me on Instagram, bottom corner there. But I get a lot of people reaching out to me going, oh, can you help me with the following? And it's this, that, or the other. And it's, typically speaking, it's a variation of getting healthier, getting fitter, getting stronger, increasing endurance, whatever the case may be, right? It's a version of that. And you get them to talk to you a little bit about what it is that good looks like for them, what they want to achieve, so that at the end of it you can say, okay, well, like, are you happy with your results, yes or no? And you can target towards that end game. And it's like you have these conversations over and over and over again, and it gets so boring because it's the same shit. Like, you'll follow up with them a week later or 2 weeks later, and you'll be like, how are you getting on, what you doing? And there's all the excuses under the sun, and there's all these things about why they can't do what needs to be done, or why they, like, and it's that same old thing of, oh, well, you know, I wish I just had the same amount of time as you have to commit, or whatever. And it's not about time, it's not about anything other than it becoming a priority for you and the outcome that you want to achieve. It's like, by talking about something, it doesn't make it true. By taking action and doing stuff and deciding that this is what I'm going to do, and holding yourself to it, that's when you start seeing some kind of results and you start achieving what it is that you want to achieve. So, like, when I decided that I was going to start doing my transformation, or that basically I didn't even think it was going to be a transformation, to be honest with you. It was more a case of, I'm sick and tired of being overweight, like unhappy, and just feeling like shit. So what am I going to do about it? Like, I can talk about it, or I can do something. So I just got online, started reading a little bit about stuff, and decided, actually, do you know what? You can also do all the reading in the world. At some point, you just got to take action and get it done. And I didn't talk about the fact that I was going to start getting healthier. I just started doing that. Because the other thing about it is, you start talking about it, and that's when the naysayers get involved, and they start telling you about why you can't do it. So for me, I prefer working in silence. I prefer just getting it done, just starting the ball rolling. And then all of a sudden, 60, 90, 100 days down the line, everyone's like, holy shit, have you lost weight? And it's like, yeah, I lost 26 kilos or 30 kilos. And they're like, wow, what did you do? Like, what's your secret? And my secret is that I shut the fuck up and I did the work. That's my real secret. Like, I didn't come here saying, oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to try and do this, and one day this, and no, just do the work. Just wake up in the morning, decide this is what my day is going to look like, and then you don't go to bed until you've done that. It's not rocket science shit. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. Once you've made a decision and you prioritize that decision over other decisions, that's when shit starts happening, and that's when you start seeing results. When you decide, I want to be healthier, and you have a choice to make at the end of the day, have a fucking tub of ice cream or not, if you've decided and you've really put your mind to getting healthier, stronger, fitter, etc., it's not even a decision anymore. Like, you've already, it's not happening. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even cross your mind. It's like, I think a while back I was talking about how anytime you have a function at work, or people go away, or it's their birthday or something, you know, they bring in a load of stuff, and it's all these sweets and chocolates, and it just happens to be like where they put the stuff is like a desk and a half over from me. So it's not even like I'm far removed from it, but everyone's like, oh, you're so disciplined. I wish I had that discipline. I wish I could say no to all these sweets. Like, you can say no. You've just decided not to say no. You've decided that you like the short-term satisfaction of eating a sweet over your physique, your health, whatever it is. It's not even a decision for me, because in the morning I wake up and I say, what is it that I'm going to do today? I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to become the best physical and mental version of myself. What does that entail? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, well, now there's sweets over there. They're within arm's reach, but I don't even consider them. They're not even a thing for me, because it's not something that's in line with what it is that I want to achieve. So, going back to the original point of being a talker versus being a doer, stop talking. Stop announcing everything that you're going to do, potentially going to do, wish to do. Shut the fuck up and just do some work. Seriously, like, it's not rocket science shit. It's just make a decision and start rolling with it. And then don't tell people. Like, keep it quiet, keep it to yourself. And all of a sudden, you'll see that the path of resistance is a hell of a lot easier, because if you start telling people, right at the end of the year I'm going to be 8% body fat, which is roughly what my scale keeps telling me I am now. I still don't believe it. I still think I'm 15, maybe 14, but scale says 8%. But if in February or March, whenever it was that I started this process, I said to everyone, oh, by the way, in late October, early November, I'm going to be 8% body fat. Do you know how many motherfuckers out there would have been like, oh, you're a dreamer, good luck, you are mad, there's no way. And they would have given me all the bullshit excuses under the sun. And then how much harder is it to become 8% body fat or 10% body fat, whatever your number is, when you've got every fucker that you know telling you how impossible it is, versus if you just get to work in silence and you just start making the outcomes happen. And all of a sudden, now when I say I'm going to be 8% body fat, no one fucking judges me or no one challenges me on it, because you know why? I've already fucking done it. I've already put in the work. I've already got that work ethic in place. I don't have to convince anyone that I know what it takes to get there, because I'm fucking pretty much there. So stop talking about shit and stop giving people ammunition to use against you to make life that much harder for yourself. Just shut the fuck up and do the work. And then when people start noticing, they go, oh my God, what happened? What is this? What happened here? Oh, you're doing this now? And you're like, yeah, I am. And I'm fucking nailing it as well. And I'm loving it. I'm having a good time. This is fun. Rather than talking too much, giving people too much of ammunition against you to then make your life that much harder and to make you start then questioning yourself. Because the biggest thing is, it's a mental game. Like, there's enough going on in here. Especially, I don't know about you, but fuck, for me, there's enough going on in here to keep me challenged on a daily basis. Like, I don't need external shit making life harder for me. I'll make it hard enough in my own brain. So I don't need to be like voicing it to everyone to then give them ammunition to use against me as well, to make me then further question whether it's possible. Like, just wind your neck in, fucking zip those lips and do the work. Like, yeah, you don't get any recognition for it for a long time. I mean, I think I lost 15 kilos, which was probably 90 to 100 days of working in silence before anybody even noticed that I had been putting in the work. But then all of a sudden, like now, you get people on a daily basis, wow, you're wasting away. And then it's actually now the opposite, where everyone's like, oh, are you not overdoing this? Are you not pushing too hard? Like, you don't want to overtrain, do you? And all of this. And I'm like, bitch, I haven't even started training properly yet. Like, overtraining? Are you kidding me? Professional athletes train like 6 hours a day, they don't overtrain. How the fuck am I overtraining at doing 3 hours a day or 2 hours a day? It's just an excuse. Don't listen to it. So, all in all, just a little recap. Don't make life any harder than it has to be for yourself. Stop being a talker, rather just get done what you need to do. Become a doer, work in silence, and let your results talk on your behalf. Much better outcome, a lot less resistance in the way of getting from where it is that you are now to where it is that you want to be, because you're not voicing it to everyone. You're not giving people ammunition to use against you. You're not making your life any harder than it has to be. You just work in silence. You tick those boxes every day. I need to do X, Y, Z. Tick, tick, tick. Tomorrow. Tick, tick, tick. Next day. Tick, tick, tick. And before you know it, you're 90, 100, 120 days, fuck, 365 days, whatever. Doesn't matter. But you're that far down the line. And now what people would have told you a year ago was impossible, you're living and you're doing. And it's not hard. It's just ticking those boxes. It's doing the little things well. It's attention to detail every single day. No days off, being relentless and keeping the fucking mouth shut. Doing the work, keeping quiet, and just letting your results speak on your behalf, rather than mouthing off and not achieving anything. Like, if I said to you now, think of 10 people that you know you are just talkers versus doers, guarantee you now you can think of at least 10 without even trying that hard. Those guys who always talk, always telling you how great they're going to be, how great this next opportunity is, how great their body's going to be in 6 months. Fast forward 6 months, they're the same version of themselves. Because what? All they did was talk, no results. I'm not about that. I'm a much bigger fan of letting my results talk on my behalf, and I just work in silence. And then I can look back on it, and like I can shift my head over to the side a little bit, and I can do a little roll that happens over here, where you can watch my entire progress from day one. And the first 90 days or so, it was dead silent. You didn't hear a single word from me. And then all of a sudden I did that transformation video, and I started doing this YouTube again and started doing it. But until then, I worked in silence. And then I posted a picture one day where I said, wow, 90 days progress, boom. And I did a comparison, and all of a sudden everyone's like, wow, that's amazing, so inspirational, blah, blah, blah. But if I had said that in 90 days time I was going to look like whatever, you can bet your ass I would have had enough people telling me how impossible it was, and that I was a dreamer, and that I need to be realistic, and that I don't need that. You are fine the way you are. You don't need to do this, and blah blah blah, and bullshit. Like, no, you're right. I don't need to do anything. I do what I want to do, and I wanted to achieve that. I wanted to be a better version of myself. I wanted to be healthier, fitter, stronger, just in a better headspace. And that's that. So, hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you all again next time. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. If you liked today's video, hit the thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram, bottom right corner. Well, my right. I think it's your left. I can't remember. Probably. I think it's opposites, isn't it? Whatever. Who cares? Follow me on Instagram. I post a lot more on there than I do on YouTube. Obviously, I'm there every day versus YouTube once a week. But yeah, follow me on Instagram if that's something you want to do. And yeah, just try this out. Just zip your beak for a month, 2 months, and just get to work. And then look back over that month and look at the results that you achieved. And you'll see that you're actually a lot further along than you would have been if you had mouthed off the whole time, because you've had a lot less resistance, external resistance. You still got that mental internal resistance that you're going to have to overcome, but at least you're only fighting one battle, not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 battles. Like, I can't stress enough how important just doing the work is versus doing too much talking. But anyway, I've got a call to jump on now, so I'll catch you all again later. Have a lovely Sunday, and cheers for now.